Rahul Jagannadham. I am from Andhra Pradesh, Bakaram district, a small town called Addanki. I have done my schooling from Addanki. I have done my graduation in chemical engineering from IIT Madras.
How does the name Addanki come from?
Ma'am, the name is famous with respect to the capital of Reddy Kingdoms, Addanki. Pradai Bhima Reddy has named it as Addanki, ma'am. It is considered as Addanki in Telugu.
Bhima Reddy is also a poet. He is also a poet, I think. Bhima Reddy.
He was Reddy King, ma'am.
Also a poet. He writes something.
As far as I remember, he's not much proficient with respect to literature.
Right.
And I have completed my graduation from IIT Madras in the year 2022. Since then, I have been preparing for PPSC.
In your DAF, you wrote that in your institute's or college political strategy.
Yes, ma'am.
Institute selection strategy.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what do you mean by election strategy?
Ma'am, this is a small part of institute elections. Where Student Election Commission conducts elections every year for different portfolios among students. Have been a part of elections with respect to planning strategies, which includes campaigning for the candidates, the campaign plans, so that they could complete their campaigns within the 2 years stipulated by Student Election Commission.
Recently, a white paper was released by the present government.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think it's a part of election strategy?
Ma'am, the present government is focusing on Amrit Kal, where we are aspiring.
No, the white paper is relating to the comparison of UPS performance and NDS performance.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think it is a part of poll strategy?
Ma'am, I feel it is not. I don't feel it is a part of political strategy, ma'am. As history, there is a saying in history that we need to learn from history, otherwise we are bound to repeat the same mistakes. So in that sense, understanding the economic mistakes of the past 10 years could help India to not repeat them and become a developed country by 2047, ma'am. That is the main core idea which I grasp from that, ma'am. Considering that as a political strategy is a bit narrow understanding.
Are we living in a true democracy?
Ma'am, I believe that India is known as the flag bearer of democracy from its ancient past until now, ma'am. So we are considered as true democracy, ma'am.
Right. What do you mean by generative artificial intelligence? Define generative AI.
I'm not sure about the exact definition, ma'am.
What is that?
But generative artificial intelligence is a technology where it generates new kind of images and audios and voices, where with the inputs which we give, ma'am. With maybe images, maybe different voices, etc. For example, it can be used for mimicking voices of the dead people who are eminent personalities like Csb Ias.
No. I asked about generative AI.
Yes, ma'am.
You were talking about deepfake technology.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I'll read about that, ma'am.
Okay. It's a trending thing. Generative artificial intelligence is a trending area.
Thank you.
You belong to Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you see the coming elections in Andhra Pradesh?
Ma'am, the election fever has started in Andhra Pradesh.
Is it a fever?
Ma'am, it is said that just to explain the ground situation. Ma'am, the three parties, the political parties, which are gaining much political traction, are fighting horn to horn, ma'am. So the decision will be taken eventually by the people. But it is a tough fight for all the parties, ma'am.
It's a tough fight.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not going to be one-sided game.
Ma'am, as far as I see the ground realities, it will be a tough fight, ma'am.
It will be a tough fight.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rahul, you have many hobbies.
Yes, ma'am.
NSS. What is the motto of NSS?
Ma'am, in my college I have been a part of National Service Scheme. The motto which drives NSS is not me, but for you.
Okay, not me, but you. When did NSS start?
Ma'am, it has started from the year 1968 on the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi on October 2nd, ma'am. It is started with the objective that to promote social service among youth, ma'am.
Do you support subclassification of scheduled tribes?
Ma'am, scheduled tribes or scheduled castes?
Scheduled tribes?
Ma'am, in my opinion, there is no need for the subcategorization of scheduled tribes in particular, ma'am. Because the percolation of
I think that there is a need to categorize the scheduled tribes.
Ma'am, I am not against the subcategorization of scheduled tribes, but it is not necessary at the moment and it is not needed at the moment, ma'am. Because of the fact that the percolation of reservation until the bottom is not a reality till now. It is a well-known fact that some sections within the STs are using reservation for their benefits in a well manner than the other people. But ma'am, the downtrodden within the STs need to be made aware about the reservation policy first. There are many people who are not known about that.
Exploring temples is your hobby.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the style of architectural type of Kamakhya temple in Assam?
Ma'am, Kamakhya temple, it is a mix of Nagara and hilly kind of architecture, ma'am. I couldn't recall the name exactly. Yes, ma'am. It is within the Nischal Hills in Assam. That is a specific architecture.
Neelachal Hills.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
It's not Nischal, it is Neelachal.
Yes, ma'am. Neelachal style of architecture.
Okay.
It is more similar to Nagara style, ma'am, but
Can
there
you
is some
explain
kind of Mughal.
2 minutes about Kamakhya temple in Assam, Kamakhya temple in Assam?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Kamakhya temple is recently visited by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. He has stated a project for the development of Kamakhya.
What is the project? Ma Kamakhya Devalok
Yes, ma'am.
Pariyojana.
Yes, ma'am.
Divyalok Pariyojana.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am. It is a part of PM Divine scheme.
Have you visited Kamakhya temple?
No, ma'am. I haven't visited the temple, but it has been in the news since 2 years, ma'am. Since the Sabarimala judgment. Because in Ma Kamakhya temple, it is known for the menstruation goddess, where Lord Shiva has danced there. He did Tandavam in incarnation of his wife, where it is said that fertility is worshipped here.
You should have studied in a better format.
Yes, ma'am.
Kamakhya temple, because Modi ji recently visited the temple.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain the architectural style of Lepakshi temple in Anantapur?
Ma'am, Lepakshi temple.
Near Anantapur.
Yes, ma'am. Lepakshi temple comes under the style of Dravida architecture, ma'am. It is also known as, it is very famous for the mural paintings, which describes Ramayana and Mahabharata in a very well manner. It is constructed in the rule of Jagannadham kingdom. As far as that I could recall that, ma'am. The historical importance states that in Ramayana, Lord Rama has met Lepakshi here, ma'am.
Okay. So exploring temples is your hobby.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. So Guruvayur temple, Lepakshi temple, Ayodhya temple.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you visited Ayodhya?
Planning to, ma'am. Not yet.
When you are going to visit?
Maybe after my.
In which style Ayodhya temple was constructed?
Ma'am, it is constructed based on Nagara style of architecture.
Can you explain some Dravidian features in Ayodhya temple?
Ma'am, the idea of plinth, the base where the temple stands, the 3-story temple stands, the plinth is a style of Dravidian architecture, and Ayodhya temple is also having the boundary wall perimeter, which is very much feature of Dravidian architecture, ma'am. As far as that I could recall these 2 aspects, ma'am.
These 2 aspects.
Yes, ma'am.
You studied in IIT Bombay?
Madras.
Madras.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How does the name Madras have come from? History student.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell the relevance of the name Madras and why the name was changed to Chennai.
I am not aware of the fact, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
You stayed in Madras for 4 years.
Yes,
Now Madras is being called as Chennai.
ma'am.
And you are telling you studied in IIT Madras.
I'll read on that, ma'am. I have very minimal knowledge on that.
Okay. You have the hobby of blogging.
Yes, ma'am.
So explain, what did you blog in the recent past? What did you write in your blog?
Ma'am, I do blogging on 2 platforms, Medium and Quora, ma'am. I write on topics of the current relevance, which catch my interest. Ma'am, recently I have written on the interim budget 2024-25. I have written on the role of Iran and Saudi Arabia within Israel and Palestine issues. I have written on Gandhian ideologies, where I said that Gandhian non-violence is the biggest form of violence. I have also written on Andhra Pradesh culture, ma'am. These are some few topics which I have recently blogged, ma'am.
Okay, nice. So, you also have the hobby of animes, watching animes.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the recent anime you have watched?
Ma'am, the recent anime which I have watched is Naruto.
What is the meaning of Naruto?
Ma'am, it is the name of the character within the anime. It can be translated as a well-disciplined and hardworking person who is striving to give back to society. In the anime, he works hard, ma'am. He's an orphan, but society sees him as a demon. But he works hard and strives to.
Okay, Rahul. Tell 3 strengths about you. What is your strength?
One of the strengths which I have is compassion, ma'am. I can relate to others easily.
That is empathy.
Yes, ma'am, but I try
Compassion is different from empathy.
Yes, ma'am, I'm coming to that. I can relate with others and I can understand their problems, and I can give one step, and I can take one step ahead to solve their problems in minimal way which I can. And secondly, ma'am, I think I'm a good leader, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, with leadership skills.
Tell me one incident
yes, ma'am.
that you can prove you are a great leader.
Ma'am,
good leader at least.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I believe that a leader should have innovative skills, and he should also lead a team without having any disruptions, and he should be a role model, ma'am. All these qualities, I have portrayed them as a finance manager for the Sarang Fest in IIT Madras, where I introduced 𝐃𝐸𝐴 system, which is an innovative thought that decreased the.
That is an administrator. You are telling a skill of an administrator. I am talking about your leadership skill. Tell one example of your leadership skill in your entire life, intermediate, graduation, anywhere. One skill which you can convince me that you are a good leader. You only told that
Yes,
your
ma'am.
strength is leadership.
Ma'am, I have led a team.
So, what's the difference between an administrator and a leader?
I need to read on that, ma'am.
What is the difference between an administrator and a leader?
When
Tomorrow,
administrator
Rahul
works-
is going to become an administrator.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Narendra Modi is a leader.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between an administrator and a leader?
An administrator works in a framework of a system where he has.
Administrator actually implements.
Yes, ma'am.
Leader actually leads the team.
Yes, ma'am.
Administrator implements the policies.
Yes.
Leader has a vision and he actually lead a team.
Okay, ma'am.
Administration is a part of leadership.
Yes, ma'am. I got it. Thanks.
Think it over. What is the difference?
Ma'am,
Tell 3 differences between administrators and leaders. Think. A leader should motivate the
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. A leader should have
masses.
Yes, ma'am. Leader should have a vision.
Long-term
And
vision.
he should be able to.
Appeal to the masses.
He should appeal to.
Leader should appeal to the N.T. Ramarao is a leader.
Yes, ma'am.
𝐾𝐶R is a leader. They will have appeals.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? They have that trait of an appeal. They have charisma. Leader needs charisma.
Okay, ma'am.
An administrator should have managerial skills.
Okay.
Leader needs charisma. Administrator should have managerial skills.
Okay.
Okay. Next. So, how many districts in Andhra Pradesh are coastal districts?
Ma'am, at present there are total 26 districts within.
How many districts are coastal districts?
Nearly 13 districts are.
Not nearly.
Sorry, ma'am.
How many districts in present Andhra Pradesh have a coastline?
Unable to recall, ma'am.
What's the coastline length of Andhra Pradesh?
Ma'am, it is 975 kilometers, ma'am.
975 kilometers. How many ports are there in Andhra Pradesh? Major ports, how many? major ports you have and how many minor ports you have in Andhra Pradesh?
Ma'am, there are nearly 13 ports. Major as far as I can recall is Visakhapatnam port. And
what is the sex ratio in Andhra Pradesh?
Ma'am, it is a 981, ma'am. As far as I
Are you sure?
I have read recently, ma'am. I think it is right.
What are the main crops in Andhra Pradesh?
Ma'am, rice is one of the main crop. Cotton is also one of the main crop. Tobacco is main crop.
What is the major crop in Prakasam district of Andhra Pradesh?
Tobacco is the main crop, ma'am.
Okay.
Tobacco and cotton.
Tobacco and
Cotton.
Cotton. Okay. Okay, Rahul, your mock is over. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
ఇంగ్లీష్ చాలా ఇంప్రూవ్ అయింది, ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ చాలా ఇంప్రూవ్ అయింది. 22 కదా, ఒకసారి ఇది మాకు చూడు. సడన్గా నేను క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతా, లీడర్కి అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్ తేడా ఏంటి, నీ స్ట్రెంగ్స్ ఏంటి, ఊరికి కావాలని డేటా ప్రెషర్ అని
ఇప్పుడు దాకా ఎవరు అడగలేదు.
ఊరికి ప్రెషర్ పెట్టాను అట్లా. లీడర్కి అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్ డిఫరెన్స్ అడుగుతారు, ఒకసారి సడన్గా అడుగుతారు, నువ్వే లాగే వస్తుంది దానిలోకి నన్ను.
చూసుకుంటాను.
సార్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ మొత్తం చూడు. అంటే అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్కి మేనేజర్ స్కిల్స్ ఉండాలి, లీడర్కి లీడర్షిప్ స్కిల్స్ ఉండాలి, లీడర్ చరిష్మా ఉండాలి, పీపుల్ నమ్మాలి లీడర్ని. అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్ పీపుల్ నమ్మాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు.